Think about a single point just moving in a constant circle at a fixed speed. In engineering, we call this a phasor. Now, if you track the vertical position of this point over time, you'll see it draws a perfect sine wave. That's our base signal, just a single pure frequency. But let's be honest, in real world engineering, we almost never deal with just one pure wave. The signals we actually measure, whether they're from a motor, a sensor or a communication line, usually look like a random jag mess. However, here's the key: thanks to Fourier's theory, we know that even the noisiest signal is really just a big collection of many different phasors, all spinning at different frequencies and added together. This is where the Fast Fourier Transform or FFT comes in. It's the tool we use to break apart that complex signal. Think of it like a prism that splits white light into a rainbow. The FFT looks at that messy, combined wave and tells exactly which individual phasors are hidden inside. It shifts our view into the frequency domain, showing us the exact speed and strength of every rotating part. Instead of just watching how a signal changes over time, we see the actual frequencies that make it up, which is exactly what we need for things like vibration analysis or filter design. Now, when you actually run a raw FFT in Python, say using NumPy, the output isn't a clean graph right away. It's actually an array of complex numbers. To make sense of it, you plot the magnitude, which is just the absolute value of those numbers. On your screen, this looks like a series of sharp vertical spikes. But here is the tricky part: the x-axis isn't in hertz yet. It's just a list of bins indexed from 0 to n1. To get the actual frequency, we have to map these bins. We take our sampling rate and divide it by the total number of points. This gives us our frequency resolution. On that x-axis now represents a specific frequency step. One more thing to remember: the raw FFT is a mirror image, so we usually just ignore the second half and focus on the first, which gives us the real world frequencies we are looking for. But there is a small catch. In our perfect math models, signals go on forever. But in real world engineering, we only have a small window of data to look at. If our signal doesn't start and end perfectly at 0 within that window, the FFT gets, well, a bit confused. It sees those sharp jumps at the edges as extra frequencies that don't actually exist. This creates a messy effect called spectral leakage. Instead of a sharp, clean needle on your plot, you get these blurry shoulders at the base of your spike. It's like looking at a star through a dirty telescope. The light leaks out and hides the details. To fix this and to get those crisp textbook peaks, we use what's called a window function, like a Han or a Hamming window. Think of it as a fader. It gently tapers the signal to 0 at the beginning and the end of our sample. By smoothing those edges before we hit the FFT button, we force the math to focus on the true frequencies. It basically cleans up the data so we can see exactly what's happening in our system without the noise. Alright, let's walk through the code that makes this happen. We start by setting our sampling frequency, labeled as FL, to 1000. This means we are taking 1000 snapshots of our signal every second. We define our time vector ET using numpy.arange, looking at a window of 0.1 seconds. Now here is the important part. We generate our signal using numpy.sine. We are using a frequency of 52.5 Hz. Since this doesn't fit perfectly into our time window, it's going to create that jump at the edges. To fix that, we create our Hamming window. We call numpy.Hamming and pass in the length of our signal. Then we simply multiply the two together, signal times window. This effectively tapers the volume at the start and the end down to 0. Next, we move into the frequency domain. We use numpy.fft.fft to calculate the complex numbers, and then numpy.abs to get the magnitude or the strength of each bin. We also need to map our x-axis, so we use numpy.fft.fftfreq. This turns our raw data points into actual hertz. Finally, we plot it. We use plt.stem because it's perfect for seeing individual frequency bins. We zoom the x-axis using setXlim between 20 and 90 Hz. And right there you see the magic. The raw signal is blurry and leaked, but the windowed signal is sharp, clean, and exactly where it belongs